Clicking on the video, this is going to be about Modern Warfare 2 raids info. We've got info. Some of it's leaked, some of it's official. I'm going to break down all of the details and the info about the MW2 raids right here at the beginning of the stream. That way you don't have to go searching for it. It's a longer video because I live stream. We have done a lot of Modern Warfare 2 coverage, both gameplay, breakdowns, and debates. So make sure you're subscribed. Make sure you hit that bell button. If you like watching my content on a regular basis, consider becoming a member. Click that join button so you can enjoy our members-only content and our members-only Discord. I'm going to end the previous stream. We took a look at the Wild Hearts trailer, and we did a breakdown of the reveal and all of that. So I'm going to end that stream and bring everybody over. You can check that as a past broadcast if you missed that coverage and you want to see what we talked about. So let's get into this very quick update about Modern Warfare 2 raids. This is a Reforge update. Modern Warfare 2 raids in Call of Duty has everybody asking, what is this going to be like? We've got new info. We also have leaks. What exactly will be included in these MW2 raids? This very quick video will give you all that information. Also, be sure to check out Reforge Gaming, where I stream live. So, charlieintel.com answers the question, what are raids? Thanks to the official Call of Duty blog concerning Modern Warfare 2's multiplayer, we now know that raids will be, quote, a 3-player cooperative engagement requiring teamwork and strategic puzzle solving, thinking in between bouts of intense combat. Now, there's very little official info, but we do have some good info from the leaks. Activision and Infinity Ward have revealed very little information about raids as interest in the new mode continues to build. From a brief description, raids seem to be a mode for players looking for a strategic Call of Duty experience. So if you're looking for a strategic COD experience, this is maybe going to deliver that. It's also going to feature the new AI. According to charlieintel.com, the only other information that we know about raids is that the mode is set to feature Modern Warfare 2's new AI. It's likely that you'll have to think of creative ways to solve puzzles and complete objectives, all while fending off enemy AI. This is a little concerning from my experience in the Modern Warfare 2 beta. During the MW2 beta, the AI during the invasion mode seemed pretty dumb. So, given that they were that dumb, I'm not sure how challenging they're going to be. That's also a concern with sometimes if you want to make an AI not so dumb, you just make them insanely accurate. So we'll have to wait and see exactly how they implement the difficulty with the AI. Now on to the leaked details. According to industry insider Tom Henderson, quote, it's understood that the first raid coming to Modern Warfare 2 will have at least 2 puzzles involved, one focused on numbers and the other focused on a water maze. So it sounds like some of the swimming is going to be implemented into the puzzles within the Modern Warfare 2 raid. There's going to be a re-emphasis of the AI role as well. Henderson reiterates the role of AI within the raid's experience. Infinity Ward have put a ton of effort into developing this new AI, and it's no surprise to see it at the forefront of several Modern Warfare 2 experiences. If they put a lot of work into the AI, I didn't quite see that met out in the MW2 invasion mode. It seemed like they were pretty dumb. Again, maybe they had them tuned down so that the mode is fun and they're sort of throwaway. So we'll have to wait and see what the AI looks like in the Modern Warfare 2 campaign as well in the MW2 raids. Specific details also leaked concerning this. The leaker also shared specifics concerning the first raid experience set for Modern Warfare 2. Players will reportedly be tasked with infiltrating a submarine base, which will be a mission that highlights Modern Warfare 2's new water mechanics with underwater gameplay. So that sounds like the water puzzle right there is going to be implemented in the infiltration of the submarine base. Apparently, coordination is key. Coordination between teammates will determine how efficiently you complete the high tactical mission. Not surprising at all that you need coordination. That sort of goes without saying. But it will be tied to missions and has been built from the ground up. So far, data miners uncovered 3 separate missions related to raids. Interestingly enough, Henderson also explains that data mine images, quote, indicate that raids could be built from the ground up and on their own individual map. There you have it. That's good details, good info. Are you interested in the Modern Warfare 2 raids? Let me know in the comments below. Head over to Reforge Gaming. I might be streaming right now. Would love to see you, and I'll see you in the next video. All right, let's chop this one up, chat. Are you at all drawn to raids in Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2? Does this sound like something that you would enjoy? Make sure you're smashing the like button. You guys did a great job on the previous stream. This is a brand new stream, so smash that like button. Let's get our first 100 likes out of the way. If you came over from the previous stream and you're lurking and you're listening, keep in mind, every stream, that like button is super duper important. It's why we bring it up as much as we do. Only 3 players, says Victor. That's disappointing. Commando G-Man says, was hoping for 6. 3-player raids, come on, that's a strike. I think you have to remember that it has to work within the confines of the Call of Duty ethos. 6 people running around, you would need to have a lot more diversity, variety, and depth to what you can do. I don't know if 6 would work. Now, they could obviously gauge it and be like, okay, the 3-player raids were a hit. Let's try and iterate on that. Let's try and make them a little bit bigger, a little bit better, a little bit longer. But I do think in general, it makes sense to do it maybe a little bit more stripped down at first, given the limitations of how much you can do in a game like Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2. I was until this review. It sounds half-baked. Oh, so you were interested until you heard what they outlined in the leaked information? Cody says, I'm definitely interested, if only to see how they compare to Dungeons & Strikes from the Bungo game. Not expecting a raid like we would get from them. Sorry, did they say that the incentive or rewards would be doing the raid? MW2 doesn't equal a looter shooter. Well, I mean, what if there is an incentive? What if there's really awesome cosmetics? What if there's an expanded experience? What if there's an ongoing experience? There certainly is a lot of potential with Modern Warfare 2. With how successful Warzone has been, they may be considering the ongoing nature of a game like this. Guys, we need 20 more likes. There's 270-something people here. 100 likes should be nothing for us. It should be very quickly dealt with. I just wonder what the point will be. Like, you don't get loot. Maybe cool cosmetics. You know what's funny? I didn't even think about that. I didn't even think about an incentive. I was just excited because I was like, that sounds fun, right? But I think you guys are bringing up a really good point. Like, why is somebody going to go do something that is particularly challenging, strategic, and tactical in a game like Modern Warfare 2? Like, are you really going to want to do that? Are you really going to go in like really tough content? It's probably not going to be match made. You're probably going to have to go in with a predetermined team. Usually this kind of endgame content, they have to restrict it to non-matchmaking. You go in with a pre-built team. Siege says, I'm 100% interested. Raids might make me stick around in MW2 for a while instead of just doing the campaign and then bouncing. There's plenty of people that are going to play the Modern Warfare 2 campaign and be like, I'm done. I don't need to do anything else. And the raids might be an incentive to stick around. Maybe exclusive camos for guns. Creature says skins. Raid-only camo. Is this supposed to be like Extinction in Call of Duty Ghosts? I don't think so, no. This sounds like a new venture for the devs. This sounds like something brand new to the Call of Duty franchise. The Call of Duty norm, everything you do is for skins and camo, says Creature. How about a special epic blueprint that has a rare drop, says James. Yogurudo says, it sounds fun. I mean, it will be embedded into the game, right? Not something you will need to pay extra. As far as we can tell, this is not going to be an extra additive cost. It will be included in the base game. 4 more likes, guys. Keep smashing that like button. You guys are helping us out. We're off to a really strong start with this second stream today. Modern Warfare 2 raids info. That's what we've got. We've got leaked info. We've got official info, and it's good to see. Let's see. Well, yeah, what would make you go into a raid in Call of Duty? You guys are bringing up loot incentive. You guys are bringing up skins, camos, and other things. What would you want to see to be like, well, yeah, that'll make me go in. That'll make me, go and play that game. I'll actually dive headfirst into a Call of Duty raid because they've not done this before. So I would imagine some people are going to be hesitant and thinking that this might not be their cup of tea. This might not be, their jam. Because I'm definitely cautious. Yeah, my email didn't go out about the live stream. They're doing something today. Usually I get an email when I go live. Skins and camos would be enough for me. Bragging rights, says Sven. Cosmetic, says Abe. Gun unlocks. Raids to unlock the OG Broken Rose skin. A PvE gun to be used in Spec Ops would be amazing, says Behemoth. Cody says in-game currency, super XP drops. Raid vault like the Cinder Vault, says Casey. A banging weapon blueprint and Rose 2.0 for Warzone. Emblems, banners, says Sven. I was thinking unique blueprint, says Vengeance, with attachments that you can't get anywhere else. Cool operator skins and camos. Gun charms, says Sven. Gun progression, says Saint. It really depends on the AI, says Bazicon. They would have to have good AI and missions. It can't be boring, says Secmet496. Unique weapon blueprints, emblems, and titles. Are you guys concerned if they did like a unique Modern Warfare 2 blueprint that you'd be able to like take a gun into campaign? Out of campaign, out of raids. You go into MW2 PvP and you start mopping people up. Is there a risk there? Is there a risk there? Yeah, this is the song I like to skip. Pets or mounts? What is raids? What if the raids is the only way to unlock Warzone 1.0 skins or blueprints? Yeah, pets or mounts. Yeah, I need a pet puppy, you know? What if some attachments are locked behind this game mode, says a Myrtle Turtle? That's what I want to know. What do you guys think? What if they have like really good attachments, really good guns, really good blueprints locked inside the Modern Warfare 2 raid? I mean, I don't know. Is that probably poses a problem to PvP? That probably poses a threat to balance. Thanks, Mama. A tank mount? I'm getting scolded. Quiet Shy says, I just made myself laugh. Yeah. The blueprints are just cooler looking versions if they already have available attachments. May have discussed this already. What's the incentives for the raid? That's actually what we're discussing right now, Eugene. What would make you go into a Modern Warfare 2 raid? What? And is there a risk that if they do like really unique things, is that going to tick people off, right? Operator skins, blueprints, weapon attachments, right? Are these things that are going to make people say, hey, wait a minute, hold on, you know? Or is that something people are going to, you know, say, that's totally fine. It's endgame content. It's challenging content. Sven says, no, the gun is still unlockable everywhere. Else the specific raid blueprint is unique. Okay, so the blueprint just means the gun looks different. So when you guys say blueprint, when you say a unique blueprint, you're not saying that'd be the only place to get that Modern Warfare 2 gun. So they take some super awesome MW2 gun. Everybody can get it, and you're saying put a super unique blueprint in the raid. It would give us something to do with this when the seasonal content gets slow, says Sinos. Weapon or operator skins is what I think the incentives will be, says Chris. Rob says, yeah, purely cosmetic. I mean, I knew blueprints were cosmetic, but when people were saying exclusives, I was thinking, you couldn't even get the weapon outside of there. I don't think they should lock a gun behind the raid. It should be a vault or blueprint or an operator. To be honest, says Paul, I'll be playing the mode for the new experience with 2 friends. I don't need a golden carrot for everything to do in the game. Well, Paul, I initially said that. I was like, man, I was looking forward to a Modern Warfare 2 raid just because it would be a new experience. But I do think an ongoing format with the seasons, with maybe more raids, maybe there's another raid, maybe there's a second and a third raid. I do think you get to a point where, why are you running it more than once? Are you running it multiple times? Are there different versions? Are there modifiers? Is there a hard mode? There's all these questions that I think you could get a lot of capital out of this kind of content. And the question would be, is that going to lead to people saying, well, why on earth would I do this? Why would I do it more than once? Why would I do it for the 10th time? Why would I care about next season's MW2 raid? Like, what's the purpose of it? What point does it do? Does it enhance my gaming experience other than it being a new experience? Does it do something for me other than, I got to go play something fun with my friend? Because I do think that's a valid question. If I'm going to go into challenging, tough end-game content, having an incentive, I think is sensible. I don't think that's a peculiar request. There'll probably be more raids throughout the various seasons, says Dark Prophet. My Name is Nerf says, I wonder if they would be soloable. Would be cool to see really special rewards for completing it solo or flawless. Yeah, you guys are obviously bringing the influence of another game in here, but I would think that would be something people would try to do. I wonder if the puzzles, a lot of the times when they do puzzles, you can't solve them by yourself because you have people needing to do things at the exact same time. According to the inside information, the leaked information, and the official information, according to Tom Henderson, there will be 2 puzzles at least. One will be focused on numbers, and the other will be focused on a water maze. Now, the water maze could be simply figuring out how to navigate the actual water maze, like maybe you're swimming underwater or something. And then the numbers could be a deduction thing, like there's clues, numbers on the wall, different things like that are, driving you to figure out how to open something. Maybe it's like a safe, maybe it's like a code to get through a door. I think this entire raid mode is, in general, indirectly influenced by that game. Puzzle focus with action, 100%. Yes, I agree with that. I don't think loot drops from raids would be a good idea, says Iron Hand. The Bungo game has lots of problems with that already. Well, the weird thing would be is that Call of Duty's not a looter. So would that really even be appealing to people? From where I sit, I think what most people think of when they think of like Call of Duty incentives, Call of Duty rewards, I think you guys absolutely nailed it. I think it's cosmetics. I think people look at COD and that's what they think. They think, well, yeah, I'm going to get a cool skin for this. I'm going to get a cool unlock. I'm going to make my character. I'm going to make my gun. I'm going to make my skin. I'm going to make my whatever. I'm going to make it look awesome. I think that is that's a pretty predictable outcome. We may not have any other content hitting today. I'm just checking all my channels. Creature may not have power. I don't know if I've heard from him today. Well, he's online. He's online in Discord, according to that. So he might still have power. Do you still have power, Creature? He said, I might disappear tomorrow. I was like, yeah, you might. For opening doors or hacking computers, that's what you think? Oh, the numbers? Yeah, like security codes. Right. Dark Prophet says, loot drops, no. Exclusive cosmetics to the mode, yes. If you look at the recent Call of Duty Warzone, though, most of the really cool stuff is put into the $20 packs. At the end of the day, that's what they want you buying. Eknor in the members-only Discord says, I think it should be cosmetics only, maybe pinnacle skins like Dark Matter, because the game is multiplayer focused instead of co-op like Division and Destiny. Well, Eknor, do you think maybe they're trying to bridge that gap? I mean, that's another discussion question that I had. Do you guys think they're trying to say, hey, there's more to this game, there's more to Call of Duty than just PvP, than just multiplayer? There is an ongoing PvE experience. There is a co-op element that isn't just like some little offshoot mission. It's an ongoing thing. I'm working on it. I had to get charcoal fuel and storm shutters. No, you're good, Creature. I was just like, oh man, he said this might happen. I was just like warning people like, hey, we might not have other vids hitting. No, you're fine. You're totally fine. I was figuring that you were quite busy with, battening down the hatches. I don't think we need to think about it too hard, says Abe. Zombies created the playbook. Cosmetics exclusive to that game mode. Just copy that same formula. Okay, but think about it like this, Abe. If you've got like a really awesome cosmetic and you take it over to multiplayer, doesn't that potentially drive more people to go engage with the raid content, right? That's what I would think. Warzone players typically run with a squad, so now they can take their PvP group and try a harder PvE mode. Give me PvE content in Call of Duty. What? Yeah, Vengeance is saying, look, I'll take PvE content in COD. They might be trying to increase the size of the tent, which is massive to start with, says Hilly. It can grow into more than PvP for sure, says Tremolo. That's what I'm saying. I think Call of Duty can be significantly bigger than just a multiplayer game. Like, I think Modern Warfare 2 could be ushering in a new era, especially considering they want it to last for 2 years. Zombies did the same as well. There were some optics for ACOG optics that were OP. People went in there to get it. I've been wanting raids in COD for a while now, as long as I can run with my friends, says ACM. Eugene says faster weapon progression would be an incentive enough for me. Right, can you imagine? That would actually be a pretty fun challenge, like to boot up the Modern Warfare 2 raid and like get out a weapon that's giving you trouble and just use it in there to unlock things. Like, that would be like a self-inflicted challenge, but maybe potentially like you start unlocking things faster. If you guys are enjoying this coverage and maybe you've never been here before, do me a favor and click the subscribe button. I am safe for work and we have great discussions here. Also smash the like button. A lot of you came over from the redirect. You came from the first stream. We need likes on both streams. It's your second like of the day. Get to smashing that like button. Off work because of the weather, but I'm bored. Fell asleep. It's a slow start. Yeah. He fell asleep. It's a slow start. Oh, I've been loving it. I've been absolutely loving that show. I agree with you, says Dark Prophet. If it's something that can go across multiple modes, it incentivizes more people to engage in the content. Yeah, I think fundamentally the mistake that they would make is they wouldn't motivate players to go try it out. You want everybody playing Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 to go over to the MW2 raid just to try it out. You don't want them all being like, oh, that's PvE content, I don't want to do that. Like, you want to create an environment where like everybody's engaging with everything. I think that has to be considered. Yeah, like marksman rifles are a pain in the 6v6 modes. That's exactly right. You take them into a Modern Warfare 2 raid, you know? Can you imagine Tim's audience on a raid day? Hey, we'll pull a good audience on raid day, sucker. Eknor says they could really nail the raid because 2 of the studios were highly involved in creating the Destiny raids too. That is something to consider. Is Vicarious Visions under this envelope now? Are they under this envelope of like working on Modern Warfare 2? You know what I mean? You look absolutely smashing this morning. Thank you. Especially with the new weapon unlock system, it forces you to use more weapons. S-tier hair day. I'm actually getting it cut tonight. Thank you, guys. It's in that fun stage of like being long, but you know, you're 30 seconds behind. No worries. If you guys are just tuning in, we're covering the Modern Warfare 2 raids info, and we need 50 more likes for the 200 like milestone. We love to hit those milestones in the first 30 minutes of the broadcast. It's our second stream of the day. VV ended up at Blizzard. I don't think VV ever did a raid. They specifically built something. No, Wrath was High Moon in the live team. VV did the freaking escalation protocol, and then VV did last minute. They did escalation protocol, and then they also did the place with the chalice, the menagerie. I believe VV did the menagerie, and they did the menagerie, and they did escalation protocol. And escalation protocol was like thrown together at the last minute. They said. Yeah, High Moon built Wrath. Is High Moon working on this? Yeah, I think Blizzard got VV. Oh yeah, maybe VV did Crown of Sorrow. Yeah, they might have done Crown of Sorrow. That one was okay. You do really well, said Sinos, but imagine what it would look like pulling in the PvP audience for that. I dare say it would compete with MMO viewership. Yes, I agree. I think a Modern Warfare 2 raid would be absolutely crushing it with viewership. Yeah, I think they would absolutely crush it. They already pull big numbers anyway. If you get that level of content from Call of Duty, I'm okay with that. VV did Diablo 2 Resurrected. Oh, they're probably not working on any of the Call of Duty stuff then. This might be the most hyped I am for a Call of Duty game. I'm shocked. Yeah, I think a lot of people are pretty excited for Modern Warfare 2. I think a lot of people are they weren't expecting to be. I wasn't. You're marketing this to gamers, calling it a raid, when a lot of gamers playing Call of Duty probably define a raid as something they've played in other games. Destiny, WoW, whatever other game has raids. I know the IRL definition of a raid. I think we could be reading into this way too much. No, I don't think so, Paul. I don't think we're reading into the word raid. Like it's just going to be like some kind of a mission where we raid a vault. Like, listen to the descriptions. It's going to be 3 players. Coordination is key. There's puzzles. There's AI. You're solving puzzles while fighting off AI. Like, that sounds like a raid. Preacher thinks it's a direct shot fired at the Division. What do you guys think? Do you guys think Call of Duty is thinking, hey, we could do what the Division does, right? We could have an ongoing game. We don't need to just do a campaign in PvP. We could have an ongoing game. Let's take a crack at what the Division's been doing with their 2 games. Campaign looks amazing. I was sold on MW2 when they showed that. Yeah, the MW2 campaign on that boat. Yeah, I was pretty excited, Hilly, but I also thought typically I play a campaign and then that's the end of it for me. Like I don't go back. I'm like, okay, cool, thanks for the fun experience. You know, I'm done now. Can't wait to be let down by the randoms who don't know what they're doing. Yeah, Vislo, do you guys think this will be a match-made activity? I don't think they'll do matchmaking on this. I feel like that would be so toxic. I feel like they're going to have to require pre-made parties for this. When you first said raid, I was thinking like a community challenge, like getting a number of games or kills by a certain day. I'm not in the military, I'm a gamer, and when someone says there's a raid in a game, that word has a clear definition. Yeah, exactly. They absolutely need to, because PvP is suffering after the intro of Warzone. They need to find ways to build a new audience. Do they have to play the first Modern Warfare to get the story on this campaign? No, Zinthos, the Modern Warfare 2 campaign is a reboot. I dropped my phone. The Modern Warfare 2 campaign is a reboot. It is not one where you're going to need to be familiar with the first Modern Warfare or the Modern Warfare 2. Yeah. Well, Modern Warfare 2 is not a reboot. I'm sorry. Modern Warfare 2019 was a reboot. They rebooted the game in 2019. So you don't need to go back and play MW1 or MW2, but you would want to play MW 2019 because that is where they rebooted the story. Sorry, I misspoke. Yeah, they're not rebooting a reboot, right? It's that this is a reboot. You're in a rebooted story, right? So you don't have to play the very first Modern Warfare, but you're going to want to play Modern Warfare 2019 to know what's going on. That is true. That is a true statement. I'm curious how they'll handle the difficulty in the raid, says John. Gear checking and level checking, is that even possible? Yeah, the feels are coming back, says Abe. I think they'd miss the mark if they make it match-made, says Tremolo. If it's match-made, says Wolvie, does it lose its appeal, in your opinion? I would immediately be concerned about a couple of things, Wolvie. Number one, I would be concerned about toxicity, but I think at a deeper level, if they did matchmaking for the MW2 raids, I would be like, how hard are they going to be? Like, if they think it's a match-made activity, then is it really going to be that difficult? Is it going to be a matter of like, oh yeah, we looked up a guide, the code is 71289, yeah, and the water puzzle is a left, right, right. Like, you know, just take those directions and apply it, right? Like, that would be worrisome if it's match made. You have to expect it to be pretty watered down, right? Just some match made activity that people can bumble through yelling at each other. Come over here, shoot that, right? You would want it to be, I think, a curated experience. And according to Tom Henderson, from the screenshots, it looks like it's been made from the ground up and has its own location. So that to me says, I think this is going to be pretty tough. I think it's going to be pretty much a pretty solid standalone activity. One would assume this is supposed to be some sort of endgame activity, not for the faint of heart. Yeah, I hope that is the case, Wolvie. Guys, we are 30 minutes into the broadcast. Thanks for a great turnout for our second stream of the day. We need 26 more likes. You're the best. Hit subscribe so you can tell me in the chat what you think about the Modern Warfare 2 raids. We got info. We got leaks. I don't think they'll match. Oh, don't they matchmake activities that you would think they shouldn't, like tactical PvP modes? I think it's a little bit different in PvP, Zubair, because a lot of the times on PvP modes that are tactical, there are people that enjoy trying to like work with randoms. You know what I mean? And I also think there is a variable there that's not the same as an endgame raid. You can go into a tactical PvP mode, like let's say you want to play Modern Warfare 2 Prisoner Rescue. You're like, all right, I'm going to go in here. You might be going up against a team that's terrible or not paying attention or has a couple weak players on it. A raid is a raid. Like the difficulty, the AI, the puzzle, the environments, it's all predetermined and preset. So it is a little bit different. I think when they don't matchmake it, they can turn the temperature dial up quite a bit and say, listen, this is the threshold of difficulty. We think this is totally fine. And when you go into a game like Search and Destroy or Prisoner Rescue, there's that variable of the other team. They might be awful, they might be amazing, they might be trash. And a lot of the times what they try to do in a game like Prisoner Rescue and Search and Destroy is that if you solo queue, you play with other people who are also solo queuing. So it has this sort of vibe of like, let's scrap this together, let's scrape this together, let's see if we can't get something going here, you know. Hey Lono, my potato PC has an i9 and a 3090, not even a 3090 Ti. How's it going to run on my computer? You know, Abe, I would probably throw that computer in the trash, you know. That sounds like a worthless piece of garbage. Eugene says, I'm not struggling for hours with randos trying to accomplish a goal against PvE level elements. You'll be spending your time playing God of War Ragnarok. I will be doing that as well, but I definitely want to check out the Modern Warfare 2 raids. It sounds like there's going to be multiple. Fly to London, get a job there, and then buy upgrades. Yeah, apparently it's real cheap over there to buy real expensive peripherals. Game's over in 10 minutes, and I move on to the next, says Eugene. That's true. That's another really good point that Eugene made. Like, if you get match made into a tactical mode and you have a terrible team, it's over fairly quickly, and you can be on to the next. A raid, conceivably, is going to take a good chunk of your time. 30, 40 minutes, maybe an hour, maybe two. And that time keeps ticking away and keeps going up if you are playing with, some garbage cans, I think that's something to consider. Don't these raid-type systems usually let a competent player carry the squad? Some players like to be the man. Well, Knees, one of the things that I think emerges from content like this are the raid carry guys. The guys that go to a forum or a Reddit or an LFG source looking for group, and they're like, hey, I'll carry people through this. I'll teach you how to do it. I literally grew a channel doing that in another game. There was another lifetime, another era of my life where that's all I did was help people through raids, right? So there certainly is a culture for that, but that doesn't mean that matchmaking would met that out. Could we get 9 more likes on the video? You faithful people that tune in every day, you view. Make sure you're on live chat. That way you can see what everybody is saying. Smash the like button. If you've never been here before, hit subscribe so that way you can talk in my chat. And let me know what you think of the Modern Warfare 2 raids. We've got some good info. We've got some leaks. We've got some content to discuss. And we love hearing from you guys about what you think about new info, new details. We have been covering quite a bit of Modern Warfare 2 since the MW2 beta began and also came to a close. Nothing wrong with teaching more people. Yes, the before times. Oh, wow. Turns out MW2 is indeed a corner dirt paradise. What does that even mean? What is that? I've not heard. What does that expression mean? That's a new expression to me. I just tuned in. What did I miss? If you're just tuning in, the latest Modern Warfare 2 news is that the MW2 raids will be 3 players, and we have some leaked information from Tom Henderson. It's understood that the first raid coming to Modern Warfare 2 will have at least 2 puzzles. One will be focused on numbers, and the other will be a water maze. There is an emphasis on the new AI system as well. They have apparently put a lot of effort into developing new AI. You should see evidence of this in the Modern Warfare 2 campaign, as well as the Modern Warfare 2 raids. The AI in Invasion, I didn't find all that impressive, so we'll see like what this looks like when you play the campaign. Maybe you play the campaign on a harder difficulty. Maybe you're going to play the raid and there's going to be harder difficulties. Currently, when I played MW2 Invasion, I was like, these bots are dumb. Now, maybe they're dumb and tuned really, really down for that mode. It probably wouldn't be very enjoyable to have 4 and 5 groups of AI dropping on the map from the helos and just absolutely murking. That would probably be pretty frustrating. Number one, it would be frustrating for the player that, you know, oh, the AI is stealing the kills from me. They're so good. It would also be frustrating to be constantly dying to AI in the invasion mode. So I do think there's a delicate balance for that mode, you know, 20v20 large map combat. For a raid and for the campaign, I expect the AI to be quite a bit more challenging. Morning Lono says, Scognatius, just wanted to actually say hi. I have lurked in your streams for many years as my radio station, and your resilience is admirable. Glad to see you doing well. Thank you so much for that compliment, Scognatius. We are actually 45 members away from a new emote. So if you want to support the stream directly, you guys can do that by clicking the join button and becoming a member or gifting some members. We are almost at 4,800 members. If we 2,800. We are almost to 2,800 members. If we hit 3,000 members before Friday, my wife's going to have to join me for Just Dance. We'll see who the better dancer is. I have to do that for Friday night for a member incentive. Just wait a minute. Is there a raid? Will there be bosses? I don't know, John Always. That is a good question. If there will be bosses in the MW2 raids. Wolvie says, was raid the best term to give it considering the 3-player cap, tactical incursion, or some other synonym, or was the term raid meant to pull in people who are interested in that type of content? Wolvie, I think you're onto it at the end. It's the latter. I think they want people looking for raid content. My theory is that since they're going 2 years out, they want this to have a PvE presence. Yo, Scognatius, thank you so much for jumping in as a brand new member. Enjoy your dope badge and emotes. You are dope and deserve dope stuff. Get in our members-only Discord, and we do members-only content every day. We end the day with a members-only talk show. So for $5 a month, you get a ton of extra content, and you get access to the members-only Discord, which is a great place to hang out when I'm not streaming, and it also is a great place to get alerted for all of the content that we create and all of our various channels. Scognatius gifts himself a membership. Yep, getting us a little bit closer to the next milestone of 2,800 members. Creature says, exactly. I would imagine that the raid will have the same difficulties as the campaign. Some will be match made, some won't. So Creature thinks they're going to allow you to up the difficulty from, you know, what, normal, medium, hard, whatever. And then that will allow you to have matchmaking up to a certain point. Like once it gets so hard, it just disables it. COD has raids now is a statement I don't think any of us thought we'd ever hear. So if they nail it all, it's another reason to keep playing long term. YouTube Lurker says, with COD Black Ops Cold War Zombies, they had a whole suite of unlocks that you could wear in PvP. It tracks to do that with raids. I agree with you. My man Soul Train hitting a year badge, 13-month milestone, so the badge is now gold. Always enjoy your content. Congrats on the milestones. Thank you so much. Zubair says, I'm with Wolvie on this. The more I hear, the less I like the use of the word raid. So explain that to me, guys. Why is 3 players instead of 6 matter with using the term raid? Don't you think a raid is contextual to the game? So like you can't, it's Skognacious? Skognacious? Just wanted to toss this out there. My name is a hard O like O. Skognacious. Got it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't necessarily think Call of Duty, you want 6 people running around. I think you're making the mistake of looking at another game and looking at this game through that lens. Right? Like, they do 3-man fire teams in Outriders, and you go on, what are they called? Expeditions, and then there's like the Eye of the Storm, and then there's the Trial of Caria Guitar, or whatever the frick they named it. The standard for games have been the term raid has been 6 people. I mean, every game? Has every game that's done a raid always been 6 people? Are there no games that have done raids with less than 6? Like, is there any game out there right now that has raids that did less than 6? 4, 5, 3? I'm genuinely curious. There should be 4 if you want to go military look. Creature says no. Raid to me means large group of people working to accomplish a goal. 6 or more people. Well, I'll be honest with you. I think that there's room to iterate on this. I don't think it needs to be 6. Lost Ark has 5-man raids. WoW had 40. 6, please, rookie numbers. Right, like if WoW had 40-man raids up until a certain point, would that have been the standard just because that's what they did? Avengers has a raid and it's only 4 players. So we got Avengers with 4-player raids, Lost Ark with 5-man raids. I think you guys are slowly losing that argument. I don't think it's a very compelling argument. If there are other games that have used the term raid that has had less than 6 people, then I don't think there's any problem with having a 3-man raid, right? WoW also had 10-man, not just 40. Yeah, I think there's a spectrum here. I don't think that's a rigid requirement. I think it's okay for you to have that expectation, but I don't think they're making a mistake by calling it a raid. I would assume you will be raiding a location or something like that, so I think it fits. I think Ghost Recon Breakpoint had 4 players. I missed the info. What's the too long? Didn't read. Modern Warfare 2 raids will be 3-man pieces of PvE content that are pretty challenging. There'll be puzzles. One of the puzzles deals with numbers. One of the puzzles deals with the water maze. There will be AI. The AI system has been updated and completely, retuned and really focused on and built for Modern Warfare 2. Call of Duty has never done raids before, so we're kind of curious what's the incentive, what's the goal. People are debating about whether or not they should have called it a raid since it is a 3-man activity. Maybe raid isn't meant for the 3 players. Maybe it's more along the lines of the enemies that we would be fighting. If you're going camping with 3 people or 6 people, are you not camping anymore because there's only 3 people? That's not an equivalency. That's not the argument they were making necessarily. Zubair says, also not saying it's wrong, saying it grinds against my expectations. I don't like it. It creates expectations I won't have met. I get that, and that's probably why from the very beginning they're willing to give us info about it. They're willing to be like, this is a raid, this is how many people can play it. If you go camping with 6 people, you are now raiding. That's right. Yeah, you're now raiding. That sounds like Special Ops with 3 people. I think they didn't want to call it Special Ops because I think this is going to be different. I think they're shooting for a new type of content. I don't think they wanted expectations to be like, oh, it's just Spec Ops. No, I think they're going for something different. I think that raid just means it's more difficult than by yourself. Fun Knee says, I think the main difference between a raid and a group in WoW is a group gives experience and a raid does not. That's why there is a difference with group sizes for people. I think they're intending this to be very different content. I think from moment 1 they wanted us to know it was 3-man, but from moment 1 they also wanted us to know this is not Spec Ops. This is something different. We're calling it a raid. I assume you'll be raiding a location or something like that. One of the I read that, Christina. Are we having weirdness? I feel like hang on. There's something that lines up with what you're saying, Christina. Hang on. But where is it? Where is it? Right here. According to the one leaker, you will reportedly be tasked with infiltrating a submarine base, which will be a mission that highlights the Modern Warfare 2 new water mechanics with underwater gameplay. Right? So that kind of lines up with what you're saying, Christina. Like, yeah. You're raiding a location. Now, does that mean, oh, well, they're using the word in a way that most people aren't going to call it, da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. I think they're intentionally calling it a raid because they want people to say, hey, an MW2 raid is tough, right? Hang on. Any of those 15 teasers from the raid? I don't know. Where'd that article go? Hang on. There's a Game Rant article. I'm gonna skim through it. Creature sent me a Game Rant article. It was basically a bunch of teasers about the story, and while we were considering covering that, I stumbled upon the brand's newly leaked info. We got a trailer, campaign early access. We have campaign early access tower trailer. We have the campaign early access backstabs trailer. We have the close air trailer. We have campaign early access strike trailer and the borderline trailer. Yeah, I don't think any of these. Let me do a control F raid. Let's see what we got. Nope. Yeah, no. None of the article seems to be indicating any of those teasers or videos have anything to do with the raid. It was a good instinct to check there, though, because that's what's got us on this trail. Are they using raid to indicate endgame? That's another thing I think that is happening, is that they're using raid to indicate very challenging endgame content. Eugene says, raid has multiple definitions within video games and within military operations. In the context of Call of Duty, it could mean both. That's what I'm thinking. Yo, what's good, Prowl? This is slightly related as it's game competitive to Modern Warfare 2. Have you covered Shatterline before? It's in early release and has an expedition mode similar to this. No, I've actually not seen that game. From the Ground Up says, can you let me know why it won't let me play the open beta? They let me play for a few hours and the next day they wouldn't play no more. Can somebody answer my question? From the Ground Up Entertainment, the beta is over. I am sorry to be the one to tell you this. They did 2 weekends of the beta, the first weekend, and then they did the second weekend. The second weekend ended like a day and a half ago. So, sorry about that. You are unable to play anymore. Yeah, the servers are now down. I'm really intrigued with this raid content. I enjoy high difficulty PvE content with co-op. Nice to avoid the sweaty PvP modes. I feel like that's what they're trying to do. They're trying to build something that will appeal to a broader audience. It, to me, again, feels like they're trying to create something far more serious for the PvE side. We got a ton of people that have tuned into this second stream. Our second streams have struggled recently, and this one's doing great. So thank you guys so much for being here. Make sure you've gone through the ritual. If you're here all the time, you always want to make sure you smack that like button the minute you get in here. If you have a gap in news, you could cover Shadowline. Awesome FPS game, cool concept, very well made. Early release was 4 weeks ago. Full release in Feb. Has solid PvE and PvP you'll like. I'm being told by one of my community members who literally enjoys every video game ever created, and he's saying, don't play Shatterline, avoid, it's awful. Sven literally likes every game he touches, practically. Do people complain that Tarkov raids are called raids? Why or why not, says Eugene. That's a fair question. Do people complain about Tarkov using the term raid? This is a situation where Bungie has created a definition for me. Oh, there's definitely expectations coming from that community and that environment for sure, 100%. This will be hard content for PvE with matchmaking, with OBJ requiring teamwork unless you're a monster. Insert label here. So, Ant, you think that Modern Warfare 2 raids are going to have matchmaking? I don't think so. I really don't think so. I'm really questioning the wisdom there. Unless there's like a spectrum of difficulty and you can like matchmake for easy and normal, I would imagine they would want to put like the golden goose, like really good stuff, like up in a hard version, a harder version, so that you feel that pull to really up the difficulty. And then I don't think you would want to have, matchmaking in those modes. I think that would be really, really risky. Because that's the thing, you don't want people to try a brand new mode and something that they might be sort of on the fence about, right? If they're on the fence about the content and then they go and they play it and it's a terrible experience because they get match-made with a bunch of screaming idiots or really mean people or AFK players or people that are like, yeah, man, I want to get carried through this, and they kind of don't want to do anything. That would be the concern. You don't want your brand new foray into more challenging endgame content to get kind of shot in the leg before it even gets out the door, right? I thought we were talking about Mo when you said someone who enjoys every game. No, Sven's the one who he likes every single game. Let's see here. Why does COD create an expectation of a 6-man experience when Tarkov raids do not? Why is this comparison for COD raids to Bungie and not Tarkov? Yeah, especially because when you go back in time and you look at co-op when it's ever been introduced in Call of Duty, it's been 3 to 4-man fire teams. It's been 3 to 4-man squads. It sounds like they're staying within the context of their franchise. Doesn't Sea of Thieves use raiding islands to solve puzzles, grab loot, and get out? Just another example of raid being used in another context outside of Bungo or WoW. I never played Tarkov, says Camille. If they have raids that aren't 6-man groups, I'll complain about that too. Maybe, just maybe, it's not worth complaining about given that we're taking such a narrow use. You know what I'm saying? On the lower levels, I think that they will have matchmaking, says Creature. But I bet you that if you put it on Veteran, you're going in with your own team. Eugene says, why is your expectation based on a game that is completely different from the game at hand? And why is it based on a game that was kind of late to raids anyway? Raids had been around for a long time before that game decided to step its toe into raiding, right? Call of Duty has never had 3-team unmatched stuff. If it was a 4-man like Comp or Zombies, then I understand, but 3 just seems weird. Do you think, with it only being 3 players, that you need a group to play with or play solo, no matchmaking? I have a feeling, somebody asked me that earlier, I feel like the puzzles, if it's a 3-man, you're going to need 3 people. That's what I feel like. If you're going to do a 3-man puzzle in a Modern Warfare 2 raid, I feel like each person is going to have to do it, right? Off topic, free to ignore. Do you plan on playing Ground Full Release? Tempa, I plan on doing a first look. We have a Reforge first look channel. It's going to get a Tunic video today because Tunic hit PS5, and I finally had a good experience with that game's opening because it's a little confusing, so it's well worth watching if you've ever been curious about Tunic. And I will be checking out Grounded 1.0 as well as Kana on PC. Eugene says, Camille, maybe your definition of raid is misplaced and too narrow, considering raids existed way before games ever existed. WoW has a 40-person raid. If it's anything less, it's not a raid, says Abe. The activity will sink or swim based on its own merits, not in its name, says Zubair. The discussion of labels has independent value. Yeah, I mean, I think definitely people approaching a Modern Warfare 2 raid, it's totally fair to be like, well, I played a raid in another shooter, and it was a 6-man raid, and there was bosses, and there was loot. Is this game going to have any of that? Now, I would hazard a guess that it'll be cosmetics as a reward. It will be not necessarily a boss-centric encounter. I'm just willing to bet money that it won't be boss-centric. Like, hey, you made it to the end of the MW2 raid, and there's a big boss, right? There's a big boss. Like, I don't think so, right? I don't think there's gonna be this case of, could you remove the green from this, please? I've been told you're a pro at that sort of stuff. Okay, that was actually pretty funny. Come on. You took points away? That was actually pretty funny. The ultimate loot is friendship, says Lido. I will say, if the word raid is the biggest concern, then I think we're in a good spot, says Abe. Camille says, fair enough. I just think that right or wrong, the term raid carries with it an image for me that is more than a three-man group due to the nature of games that have come before. Ant F says, I just want Extinction to come back. That game mode was underrated. You guys want Call of Duty Extinction to come back? Does that sound good to you? Radical says, the best kind of raiding is womb raiding. Rad, you're barely here and you're coming in just absolutely out on Main Street. Just goodness. Oh my. Few waves of enemies to finish the raid. The cool-looking game you covered where you build your own defense tower has 3-man raids. The cool-looking game that you covered where you build your own defense tower has 3-man raids? Are you talking about Meet Your Maker? Talking about Meet Your Maker? Zelda Hart says, I'm curious of how replayability will tie into this. If it's only cosmetic rewards, then a couple playthrough are probably enough. No? Rad says, I have to leave my mark. Also, wow, thanks for the low blow for someone who's rarely here. Well, I said that because I miss you, not as a low blow. I know you got a little bebe. You're busy. You know what I'm saying? Am I not allowed to miss my friend? Tangential question, says Zubair. Why can't you take 40 people into that one game mode, Invasion? No, that's a really good question, Zubair. If you guys did not play the Modern Warfare 2 beta, the MW2 Invasion mode was 20v20, and I definitely want to be able to take more than 3 people in with me. Like a 4-man squad in that mode is fun, but it'd be a lot more fun to take like a whole crowd. Oh, you also went back to work and Hurricane? Busy time? Man, busy lady. Thanks so much, everybody, tuning in. If you've never been here before, this is Reforge Gaming, a safe-for-work video game talk show. So hit subscribe if you're enjoying the talk. You can add to the conversation. Everybody smash the like button. We're right at the 1 hour mark. We're about to be live for 1 hour with this broadcast. It's our second show of the day. Let's try to get 300 likes in the next 3 minutes. I think we can do it. If I'm going into a raid, I better be going in with at least a battalion. Meet Your Maker? Oh, Meet Your Maker has raids. Okay. I think we need to forget about the rewards, says Fun Knees. If it's not fun enough to make you play without the rewards, then the mode will die. I actually don't agree with that. I don't agree with that, and here's why. I think it can be really, really fun, and it will die without rewards. Right? You started streaming 100 seconds ago. I will not refresh. You see what I'm saying? What's up, Reforge? What's good, Ghost in the Garage Gaming? Guys, just a heads up as well. A lot of you have just tuned in for the day. This Friday night, if you're a member, I have to play Just Dance because we hit 2,500 members. We are currently on the doorstep of 2,800 members. That's another emote. So if 40 of you become a member right now or we give some members, we'll unlock another emote. If we hit 3,000 members before Friday, we're going to have a competition. We're going to see who's the better dancer, me or my wife. Please help me hit that goal. I disagree with Fun Knees. I'll do challenging stuff only for loot. I can have fun other ways. Krebsy says, for Call of Duty Cold War, they had a zombies mode called Outbreak. This mode was basically a zombies version of a raid set on large maps. So 3 people for MW2 raids is a little weird, but personally, it should be 4. I think it should be 4. Okay, so Eknor says, guys, I'll drop the last 10. For the emote? Are you saying you'll drop the last 10 for the emote? That means we need 30-something people if Eknor will do the last 10. We be dancing in stream. In a members-only stream, yeah, I'll be doing Just Dance. That's kind of the premise of that game. You have to dance. You have to dance along. Come on, guys. We need 40 more likes. I need all you lurkers to wake up. This is not the first stream of the day anymore. You're in my second stream. I need a second like from you. Hit that thumbs up. I forgot to add that 4 players was the amount of players for Outbreak. Okay, I'm actually more willing to hear that criticism than some of the others. I'm more willing to hear somebody say, hey, they've done a lot of modes before and they're usually 4-player. Like, why isn't this 4-player? I'm far more willing to hear that than like, oh, this completely other different, completely unrelated game does 6. Why is this not 6? I think the 4-player pushback is better pushback than the other things that we've been seeing. I'm lurking and I'm liking. Thank you, Screw. Zubair says, I can do fun stuff for loot, and I can do fun stuff for no loot. And the stuff for loot wins. There are a lot of games out there. See Halo Infinite as evidence for what no loot does. That's right. That's right. I understand that, but will you be actually dancing in front of the camera or just sharing your screen? I'll be dancing in front of the camera. What do you mean? Have you ever watched? You probably have never watched a Just Dance stream. That's fair. Yeah, you'll be able to see what I'm doing. I had the same issue in watching Comp COD go from 4v4 to 5v5, then back to 4v4. It just feels like you're making an issue when there wasn't one. All of the COD zombie modes were up to 4 players as well. It's odd they're using 3. I think 4 would be good. 6 would be too much. I feel like what they're doing is they're taking the six-man fire team and they're just stripping it down and saying cut it in half, right? It's probably also based on the design of the raids themselves. The actual puzzles inside of these raids is likely going to be based off of the 3 players. That would be my guess. It's Guitar Hero but dancing. He has to show himself. Yeah. It doesn't really work as a stream if you guys can't see me. Wasn't the campaign in Black Ops 3 capped at 3 players? I think so. I think Call of Duty World at War, you could play with 4 people. I think it was 4-man co-op in that game. Will your brother be there? No. He's back in South Korea. There's probably user data that shows that 3-player pre-mades are more prevalent than 4. That's also a good word, SGG. They might be just saying, look, we want people to make pre-made fire teams, and 3 is just more common. I don't know. Funny enough, Invasion lets you take 4 players in, so the game is a little confused. You got 6v6 in the stripped down modes. You got 20v20 for MW2 Invasion. You can go in with 4 people. And then with the Modern Warfare 2 raid, you're able to take in just 3 of you total. When does the beta open again? No more betas, my friend. We are exactly like 1 month away from the release date of the game. Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 releases in like 20-something days? Are you going to show both of you dancing on your screen? We definitely want to see how much you miss. Man, you guys don't understand Just Dance, I don't think. I don't think you guys understand it. I'll show the game and I'll show myself. Like, that's how those streams work. It's kind of adorable that, like, none of you have ever seen a Just Dance stream. You're like, well, let me get this straight, Lono. Are we going to see you? Are we going to see the game? Are the lights going to be on? Are there raids in Just Dance? Something tells us we aren't the Just Dance target audience. Yeah. I was friends with a couple streamers that did a lot of stuff with Just Dance, so I've seen like the clips and stuff. That's why I'm like, how do you guys not know this? How do you not know this? Oh man. Wait. Will we see Lono dance? I've seen a Just Dance stream, but some people choose not to show their screen and only show them dancing. Really? That's so weird. What's the point of that? Don't you want to see... I would think you would want to see how well they're performing. Lono going to come out in a dance leotard and sweatbands. That's right. Does Lono have the personality to make a good Just Dance stream? I don't know. Sweatpants or jeans? Abe and I need answers. The day was epic when we hit that milestone. It was, Eknor. It was. You've been a huge call to action, man. You have been. We need 25 more likes on the stream, guys. Smash that like button. When we struggle to hit those milestones in the first hour, I mean, it hurts us. You got to smash it. Over on Purple, they'll hit you with DMCA strikes. Oh, that's right. Are there streamer friendly versions of Just Dance? No, Lono read that word correctly. It wasn't personality. What? Oh, Lono doesn't have the personalities. Oh, I see it. I expect a full Richard Simmons outfit or we will be disappointed. Just Dance with no game screen is no health bar. There you go. Good callback. They won't show how bad they are doing. They just want to step down from exotic dancing and still be in their guidelines. I mean, I can definitely see that, Sci-Fire Man, of like, oh, that's what they're trying to do. They're just trying to like have a reason to bounce around the screen. So it's a quote-unquote Just Dance stream. You know what I'm saying? All right, I tell you what, if we don't hit 300 likes, I'm going members only. I'm throwing the gauntlet down. I will bail on this stream and we go members only if you don't give me 300 likes. I'm done pulling teeth. I'm being dad. I'm doing it. Hit the frickin' button or I'm going members only. I'm serious. I actually am not joking. I'm pretty sure the stream's going to get DMCA'd. So they don't have stream-friendly versions of Just Dance? Like, you can't... I don't understand. That's so weird. So I'm going to have to accept the fact that, like, the music's going to get dinged. I don't think that they do strikes. They just claim it, right? They just claim the music. But I did, Papa. Dadvos doesn't work on me. Sounds like a spoiled purple plat streamer. I know, I've seen some of those stream clips lately where they're like, give me money. Don't be poor. You know what I mean? And you know what's so funny is about once a year, there are people that do that. And you know why it works? Because all these dum-dums tweet about it and they're like, this is just not the way to run a stream. This is so entitled. You're stupid. They know what they're doing. It's a character and you're frickin' falling for it and you're tweeting and giving them free publicity. About once a year, somebody goes live over there and starts scolding their chat for not giving them money, and they'll go viral because a bunch of incensed, reactionary Twitter dum-dums tweet the video out, and all these self-righteous streamers are like, this is just unconscionable. This is not how you grow a community and generate subs. The way you generate subs is you wait for September to go around and you bring it up every 5 seconds and then you cry like a bitch in October when your sub count drops. That's how you generate subs on Twitch. That's how you create value. You don't do what this chick is doing. Every year, we got to hear from these people. How are streamers asking for stuff that helps their stream? Wait, how many likes do we have? No, I'm not kidding around. We're losing momentum because people aren't listening. I'm not kidding you. When we get to that 1 hour mark, we have to hit milestones and be showing activity or we get dropped, and it's already happened. Not kidding you. I hammer away on it. Because we bring all these people over from the morning stream, and they're just sleepy. They're just sleeping on me. It's the circle of life. Yeah. Once a year, dude. Once a year. Oh, they just get muted? Well, they get muted on purple. We don't get muted over here. We get a claim, so we can't monetize it, which doesn't really worry me on a members-only stream. We're not trying to get the video found by a bunch of people. I've considered starting a Give Me Money stream. All give me money all the time. It's your boy Cujo coming in with a new stream, so let's get right to it. Can I have $1? I've hit the like button 50 times and it won't go up. I think it's broken. Listen, those of you that aren't members, if you like the fact that we do 2 streams a day and you want that second stream to have some life, you got to show up, got to hit like, got to be supporting the show. Because when the show falls off the rails, I bounce to members. I do. We have to protect the channel and the vids. So it's just one of those things. You know what I'm saying? It's one of those things. We got to respond. We got to respond to the organic nature of the platform. There's a new exclusive collaboration between Call of Duty and Young and Reckless. Okay. They just sent me an email about that. Like, I don't like bouncing. I don't like bouncing to members only early. I don't like doing it. I don't. But these second streams have been struggling, and I think it's because most of the viewers go sleepy on me, and you can't do that. YouTube thinks that we're having a bad stream. A new Xbox controller, brand new Elite controller, complete component pack today. Yeah, what's new about it other than the grips? Yeah, is it still going to stick drift on me after a month? Yo, what's good, Melrose Mike? How are you? To be honest, I might as well make an Indiegogo for that flexible funding. You've woken them up? It's organic, man. It's organic. They monitor live streams. They're like, how's this stream doing? What's the chat activity? What's the like activity? And when I'm like, hey, man, great second stream, and we go like this, and then everybody just kind of disengages, the stream gets hurt. You know what I'm saying? Stick drift takes 2 months. 1 month is the bumper breaking. I had one do both. Yeah, Zubair. I had one of my Xbox controllers. It got the stick drift and it got the bumper thing. It did. All right, this is it. This is my last ditch effort to try to turn the stream around. I got a discussion question. Okay, would you be interested in a PvE live service element in Call of Duty? Why or why not? So it's very clear that they're interested in live service Call of Duty with Warzone 2 and Modern Warfare 2. But what about PvE? I want to know why you would be or why you wouldn't be. Why or why not? Ongoing Call of Duty PvE live service, right? Would you be interested? Why or why not? This is the last ditch effort. This is a Hail Mary. It's a Hail Mary to get the conversation going again. Or we're bouncing. Kratos says yes because it's just more COD content. Victor says yes, I'm a PvE-centric player. If it's fun, I'll play it. Otherwise, I'll stick to PvP. Yeah, I mean, that's the ultimate question is, can they convert PvP players over to this side of the game? I think that's the bigger question. Because there are PvE people that are going to try it, but the real question is, can you get the loyalists? Can you get your player funnel, right? Can you get your player funnel to hop over? Abe says it's a change of pace, something different from the franchise. It separates this Call of Duty from the last releases. What's the premise of the missions? The only information we have that was leaked is that you're infiltrating a submarine. There'll be 2 puzzles. One's number-based, one's water maze-based. You'll be being attacked by AI the entire time, or waves of AI. Ant F says, no, it's still an arena shooter regardless if it's BR online or raids. What's the seasonal live service? I just don't see it. Right, like what's the driver? Cosmetics is the only thing we came up with. Casey says, I'm all for it. I enjoy PvE. I enjoy COD. It's a win-win. I'd love to see COD move into a place where they can keep a long-term PvE crowd, says Tremolo. I play COD, shoot people, win or lose, says Shock Trooper. Raw Bacon Taco says, yes, if they have leaderboards. Speedrunning PvE for leaderboard ranks will keep me past. Just have fun trying it out. Do you guys want to see leaderboards in this content? So like these Modern Warfare 2 raids, I can already tell you what my biggest concern about leaderboards is, chat. What do you think? I have a huge concern immediately. I'd love a PvE mode, says Red Godfrey. I'd actually enjoy a PvPvE mode like Halo 5 had. Well, Invasion's kind of like that. There's AI on the map that gives you points. Victor says, you don't need the PvP. You already have them hooked. You're trying to get people like me into the system. So Victor thinks it's time to expand beyond the PvP homies. I'll drag my 2 non-PvE buddies into it, says Casey. If it's good enough incentive, preferably a good PvP incentive, says Stu. Listening, but this isn't one of my games, says Kale. No, you're good, Kale. You're good. You gifted members early. I know you're smashing like. I know you're doing your thing. No, because live service is the devil, says Cujo. I don't agree with that. That does sound pretty cool. I'd be willing to try it out. Angry Pete says, they could make different scenarios based on current recent events. They already have a live service PvE. It's called Zombies. They dropped it on purpose this time. Eknor says, I'm all in on this COD. This will be my very first Call of Duty. They got my attention with the recent announcements, so more PvE content is good for me. I think drop the PvE live service and you'll have to finish the story to unlock the new raid. Team Fortress 2 put in a player versus bots mode. I don't remember it really taking off. Can you make a military shooter into a good live service without bleeding into the RPG game or breaking into monster zombies? Right. Or a looter. Or just becoming a looter. And then what's that look like in Call of Duty? What's the value add of live service? Right. Adding to your character would be my guess, right? New builds, new abilities, I don't know, new guns. Angry Pete said cheaters. Eugene says cheaters. Yeah, my primary concern if there's a Modern Warfare 2 raid leaderboard is frickin' cheaters. Everybody at the top would just be cheating. They would put on insta blow up guns. Just everything gets blown up instantly. Yeah, that's exactly right, Life Flows. If there's not farmable drops, then why would people keep running it? Exactly. What's the reason to keep running it? Is it a one-time thing? Which would be weird to put a lot of emphasis and time and investment in creating content that people play, a handful of times maybe. I just don't have hope for implementation of leaderboards since they took them out of the base game years ago. Cheaters always ruin leaderboards, but I always count out the top 1 to 5,000 off the top. Yeah, but at that point, what's the point of having leaderboards if you're constantly having to do that? As long as there's no time-gated FOMO crap, that if I do not have the time to get to it in their schedule, I cannot get the rewards. See, I think that's the challenge, right? I think that's the challenge. You've got to have some type of an incentive to run it. There's got to be some reason other than just the satisfaction of doing it. I mean, if not, then I think people would run it once, maybe twice. And I agree with Victor. I would much rather have cool drops, cool cosmetics, cool items than friggin', leaderboards. I don't feel like leaderboards are that strong of a motivation for two reasons. Cheaters, and there's only a handful of people that actually get to enjoy being seen on the leaderboard. You know what I mean? I definitely think it's cool to, check a leaderboard and be like, oh, there I am. I'm 1007. Okay. Yeah, I'm 1007. Cool, man. And then they, that's it. Nobody sees you. Nobody's going to find you down there. The top 10 to 20 people get their name in lights for a brief second, and then the cheaters ruin that, so you don't really ever see the true top 10, the two top 20. If you're just tuning in, we're talking about Modern Warfare 2 raids. New info came out. There was some leaked stuff. We're debating right now whether or not the discussion question on the table right now is, would you be interested in an ongoing live service Call of Duty with PvE content? The PvP is obviously going to continue and get stuff and maps and modes and changes and season passes and battle passes and blah, blah, blah. But PvE could develop into something like that. And how do they do it? Are they trying to step on Division's toes? That's what Creature thinks. Creature thinks they're coming for the Division. The top 500 Diablo 3 leaderboard players are cheaters. It would be no different here. I remember leaderboards in Modern Warfare 2 and Modern Warfare 3. I remember leaderboards basically being just a bunch of cheaters, a bunch of stats that made no sense, right? Yo, Eknor is throwing 5 gifted members at the chat. He says, come on, guys, let's unlock this emote. Homer Simpson finally got one. He's been begging for a gifted member. OK Neubauer, Elliot Bull, Inferno X, and the 5th one is lost in the corners of time. No, there it is. Grover Monster. Grover is here a lot. I'm confident of that. Elliot and Homer are also here fairly regular. Leaderboards in MW2 looked okay to me. Yeah, look at that nonsense. Look at that nonsense. Some guy with a score. Yeah, and you can tell. They all have almost identical scores. Look at number 1. Yeah, number 1 doesn't even make any sense. Yo, Cody says, let's go on a gifted member train. 5 more gifted members. Nicholas Nielsen, Jeffrey S., Gondens Rybier. It's being slow again. Okay, those 3 Where's the 4th and the 5th? There's the 4th. Joseph and Larson Jones. Okay, it could just be that chat's being glitchy, I think. So if I just called out your name, you got a gifted member. We are getting very, very close. We are getting very, very close to the next emote unlock, which is insane. 2,800 is around the corner. 2,766. We are 34 away. 34 members away from an emote. That'll get us at 2,800. If we get to 3,000, my wife has to compete against me on Friday night. Was that a VOG reference? It was a VOG reference. Good listening. Lost to the corners of time. Was that Nadia? My wife just said, did I sign up for that? Yeah, I signed your name. We're married after all, so I can sign your name to stuff. So I signed your name on that contract. 3,000 members, and she has to try to dance better than me. We'll take turns. Come on, guys. Don't you want to see my wife and I fight on a Friday night playing Just Dance? Creature says, the division just won't go away. COD doesn't like a consistent challenger. They've turned the big guns on Battlefield in the past effectively. Now it's the division's turn. So in Creature's mind, because you're the man, you can tell me what to do. I didn't say that. I would never say that. That sounds like some kind of patriarchal nonsense. I would never say that ever. You're telling me Nadia is an actual top 10 COD player? Oh, the walls are closing in. Walls are closing in on her. There's already people getting outed. The cheat companies are going to start outing people. It's only a matter of time. It's only a matter of time. In my opinion, she's already been outed. It's blatant. It is blatant. All the people defending her are going to look real dumb real soon. Look like a bunch of clowns defending a person defrauding the public. You're going to look like clowns. I don't think COD is worried about the division at all. The division is not a competitor or threat to COD. Yeah, I don't think they're a competitor or a threat to COD either. I don't think so. I do wonder, though, if what Creature's saying is somewhat true, though. They're literally looking at the division and saying, hey, we could probably do that. Maybe we could do that better. You know, endgame content, challenging content, shooter-based content. Yo, Homer Simpson with the $20 tip through Super Chat. Whoever sent me the membership, thank you. I love watching this every morning, kind of like football, and this group is awesome and glad to be officially part of it. Homie, you could have gifted members with that 20. Thank you for the $20 tip through Super Chat, though. We're trying to get unlocks and hit goals, and my man's been begging for a gifted membership, and when he gets one, he drops a 20 bomb on chat. Like, what the frick? What the heck, bro? Creature says, why let them limp so they can challenge again with Division 3? Put them down while it's easy, says Creature. Raw Bacon Taco says, I wonder if raid loot and DMZ loot will be usable in those two modes and keep multiplayer and Warzone 2 separate. Having base gun blueprints and skins transverse while broken stuff stays in PvE. I mean, here's the thing. I would think their philosophy, Raw Bacon, is that would not line up with everything they've been doing up to now. The things they've been doing up to now, it's very clear. They want you to feel a sense of, I take my stuff everywhere. Like, they've literally made you go into other games and into other games' campaigns to get certain things for the other game. Does that make sense? They've created this weird homogenization of the franchise. So I don't see them being like, come play a Modern Warfare 2 raid and get unlocks and items, and then you can't take them anywhere else. Like, I feel like that would be an immediate turnoff. You're basically telling all these people that play PvP, hey, come try out this content. Why? You get this awesome stuff that you can't take anywhere else. Like, I don't think that would work. I don't think people would be necessarily compelled by that. I don't. Because at a ground level, when someone's going to be motivated to do something in Call of Duty, it's got to be grounded in and centered in, like, you're doing something with your character. You're getting something for your character. Yo, my man Pharaoh jumping in as a brand new member on their own. I love to see new members that aren't gifted, because you just made space for people when gifteds go out. Thank you, Pharaoh. Enjoy the dope badge and emotes. You are dope and deserve dope stuff. Get into our members-only Discord. We will be going to members-only talk show shortly, and I appreciate everybody jumping in. Now's a great time to go crazy with gifteds or to jump in as a member yourself. We always called it Operation Gray Name, turning those gray names to green names. Raw Bacon Taco says they could take them into the DMZ, which is COD Tarkov. The COD community is very voiceful when broken things are in the arena part. I mean, I hear what you're saying. I just think that starts to get confusing. Come and run a Modern Warfare 2 raid. Why? You get these awesome unlocks. Where can I take them? Just the raid. Oh, and also the DMZ. What about the rest of the game? No. What the huh? It makes more sense to give people awesome cosmetics, blueprints, and things to make their character and their guns look dope, and then they can take that with them anywhere in the game. Experience gives you points. Points let you buy skins, etc. in a shop. I really don't like this idea, but it might be going that way, says ACM. Life Flow says, it's weird to me that so many people aren't using mobile. Y'all just sit at the computer and watch. A large portion of our audience, yeah, are desktop. Yes. Yeah, a large portion watch on desktop. It won't be broken weapons, says Casey Davidson. It will be sane weapons that you can use in PvP. So you think they're going to give people actual weapons they can use in PvP. So if somebody's like, hey, I really like that weapon, where can I get it? Oh, you have to go over into the Modern Warfare 2 raid. I think that's another risk. I think the whole thing's delicate. I think the whole thing is extremely delicate, because if you rub people the wrong way about this, they'll revolt against it. Man, you guys put an awesome gun over there in that raid. I don't have any desire to go run that raid. Right? I mean, you're gonna irritate people. People are gonna be like, that. No, I don't like that. Like, I don't know. I think there's a fine line. There's a fine line that if they cross it in the wrong way, then you're gonna have people say, no way, man. That's lame. That, you know, especially if a gun is good. If a gun is good, then you're. But at the same time, it's that juxtaposition that we've always talked about in games like this. If you put really dope loot in the end game, people are going to cry and complain that the best loot's in the end game. If you don't put really dope loot in the end game, people are going to say, why should I bother with the end game? Right? It's always a delicate balance. Oh man, what do you get for really, really going the distance in this content? A star. What the frick? Who cares? What do you get for going the distance in this content? An amazing gun. It's game breaking. Well, then everybody's going to complain. The weapons that we use in the raid will be the same weapons and attachments as PvP, so no problem having crossover for the other modes. 1 gold star, then I'll run it once, says Zubair. For mobile users, copy the link on the Share tab, open in your browser, then click the 3 dots in the top right corner and switch to desktop, and you can gift members, says Xanatos. Yeah, if you guys are trying to gift members, Xanatos is trying to help you how to do it. If I'm playing a raid, I want to flex PvP-only scrubs with my cool cosmetics. I listen in the background mostly, open in a separate tab while at work. I appreciate that. In previous games, they adjusted accordingly. The enemy's flinch, recoil, and accuracy was different between campaign, PvP, and survival for MW3. In previous game, I already read that, sorry. Well, one thing we have in common is watching Lono all the time. I work out of state, so I only get to be home on the weekends. Only way something will get nerfed is something like how SMGs were performing in the beta. Yeah, SMGs are, they were very, very, very much driving the meta, 100%. Right. Make 5 accounts, one PS5, PS4, mobile desktop, and maybe an Xbox. Big brain. No, don't do that. Don't try to inflate the viewership with like multiple accounts and stuff. That's just not worth it. Outliers will get nerfed. I'll be honest with you. I do not think they're going to be putting broken guns in this. I don't think so. I don't think so. I think it's going to be cosmetically driven. I don't see them giving people like busted stuff. No way. That feels like a that just feels like they're stepping out of what works. And if you step out of what works, you're going to irritate people. If I'm testing my servers in a beta, I tune one weapon category completely broken so nobody has a head start on the meta. So you think they did it on purpose, Zubair. Yo, it's good, Gale. The reaction video just went live. You guys are going to really want to check out that video. There's apparently a new Star Wars game planned for every 6 months, and I react to the article. It's actually pretty funny. I can't imagine doing that, says Liquid Smoke. They want people to be able to use these weapons in several areas of the game. I could see them putting weapons in the raid. I don't think they're going to be like broken, awesome, powerful weapons. I don't think so. I just don't. I think they'll be cool. Maybe they'll be snazzy. Maybe they'll be contextual to the raid itself. But I don't think they'll be broken. I think they will just be like passable, good weapons that you can take into PvP. Anything they give you in the Modern Warfare 2 raid, the MW2 raid, you're going to be able to take anything you get into PvP. The question is, what will they give you? I highly doubt they're going to be giving you something in the raid, and then it's like limited to the raid itself. They either did it on purpose, says Zubair, or they purposely did not bother to balance things. Isn't balancing one of the final steps in the process? Right. Or they just took something. They took something that they're traditionally known for, which is having SMG range be busted, and they intentionally left it busted just to see what it would do to the meta so they could tweak things accordingly. I don't believe Call of Duty has an end game. I think COD introduces a lot of different entry points, and they want players to stay in the things that they love. If you want to level in raids, go for it. So, Krebsy, you think it's more simplistic than we're making it? You think they're just creating another content loop for unlocks and battle pass progress? Like, it's literally just, yeah, this is another place you can run around and get stuff. You like hard content, you like playing with your buds in hard PvE content, here you go. We've got raids for you. We've seen this before. People complain about a meta in the beta, and the devs say, it's a beta, we didn't balance. Yeah. Yeah, that is true. That is true. I mean, a lot of the times, games will do that. Games will use their beta as the ability to, to tweak things later, to make things a little rough around the edges. It's almost, in my opinion, sometimes I feel like they're intentionally letting a big giant boulder roll into the water, and then they want to watch the water displacement and see where it hits. What things get drowned in the water, what things get submerged, what things get pushed down. Right? It's almost like, yeah, we're going to let this really strong weapon archetype just roll into the game, and we're going to see what it does to everything. What's it do to AR? What's it do to mid lane, long range? Like, what's it do to the fights? What's it do to everything? It's like they let it roll in. It's like throw a big rock or a cinder block into a pond, and then the ripples, slowly edge out to the edge, and you can see, like, okay, here's where it made landfall first. Here's where it had the most impact. Here are the weapons that lost the most consistently against an SMG. Here are the weapons that were able to, hold their own against the SMGs. So if we bring SMGs down, these other ones are gonna need some help too, right? Like, if you let's say you have SMGs and you have them tuned up on purpose, and then there's a certain archetype that's holding its own against SMGs, if you're going to tune SMGs down, you need to know that. You need to know, like, these shotguns or these rifles, they were holding their own against the SMGs, and if we don't tune those down also, those will become the standout, right? This isn't their first rodeo, right? This isn't their first time doing this, right? We're having a little bit of a bounce back in the viewership, so if you're just tuning in, feel free to smash that like button. Also, make sure you are on live chat so you can see what everybody's saying. Feel free to contribute to the conversation. Modern Warfare 2 raids. We're asking the questions, are you interested in that kind of endgame content? What kind of incentives would need to be in there? Would the incentives need to be weapons, cosmetics? Would you want to take those things into PvP? Is there room for ongoing PvE live service style content in COD? Is Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 setting its sights on being a live service game for both the PvP side as well as the PvE? Are the raids sort of the beginning of that era, an opportunity to have something that's coming around very, very regularly? Because I could see them seasonally releasing raids. I could see them, every 3 months, every 3 or 4 months being like, yep, we got a new raid. It's got these rewards, it's got that rewards. It's a great place to level up your guns and get unlocks and get attachments. Maybe they throw new weapon archetypes out. Maybe they throw new attachments out. And that's a great place to go and grind your attachments, grind your camos, grind your unlocks, COD also has a massive funnel issue with so many games being different. Like, I believe Advanced Warfare servers are still up. I might be wrong. I think they'd have to start EOLing some of those servers. I didn't know this was a thing. That could be neat. Yes, this is a thing. We've got new info. Some of the info was leaked. Some of the info was official. I'll give you the too long didn't read. Modern Warfare 2 raids will be 3-man activities or 3-player activities, and it will consist of puzzles, and while doing those puzzles, you will have AI attacking you. Apparently, they have put a ton of work into the AI, because they really want it to be a focal point of a lot of the game. Now, the AI that showed up during the MW2 beta, especially Modern Warfare 2 Invasion, was pretty not impressive, but I don't think you'd want that AI to be super impressive because that's going to make that game mode pretty unenjoyable. 4 or 5 AI, if they're stealing kills from you or constantly killing you, whichever end of it you're on, that can be pretty frustrating, right? So the AI is going to be involved. According to the leaks, there's going to be one puzzle involving numbers, one puzzle involving a water maze. According to the leaks, we're also going to be like infiltrating a submarine. And the one leak indicated that the MW2 raid it's currently showing up attached to like 3 different missions. Now, I don't know if that means there's like 3 different raids or if the campaign itself is directly tied to these raids. No information about incentives, drops, loot, rewards, cosmetics. We know none of that right now. Yeah, I've seen that announcement, Ant, about that other game. How much have I missed? We've just done quite a bit of discussion. Thank you again for the too long didn't read. Yeah, no problem. Whenever you guys tune in like that, I'm happy to give you a too long didn't read. If I'm ever in the middle of a rant or a debate and you want the too long didn't read, you can always rewind to the beginning of the stream, and like the first 4 or 5 minutes is my update. It's my read through and my show open that gives you all of the intel. Typically, I'm happy to give you a too long didn't read. We did have some more member pushes today, and we are very close to their emote unlock. So if you're one of the people that likes to gift members, we are 33 members away from a new emote, and that'll get us to 2,800. If we get to 3,000, my wife has to join the Just Dance stream. I mean, she'll be there making fun of me already, but I want to challenge her. If we hit 3,000 members, I'm going to challenge her, and she has to try to outdance me. We'll take turns. Yeah, that's crazy, some of those sales records, Lou. Oops, I was a minute behind. No problem. I wonder if it's going to be like Warzone, but instead of other players in groups of 3, you're playing bots in groups of 3 to be the last group standing. It sounds more like a really intense mission where you're going to have to like stop, hold a position, solve a puzzle, or do something, and you're going to be sort of getting swarmed by AI, right? Like that's kind of where I'm looking at it. It seems like you're going to be, trying to get these numbers or trying to get through this water maze. And when you're doing that, there's going to be, pretty challenging AI pushing you and, making your life hell. I mean, that's kind of the point, isn't it? Usually in this kind of content, that's what they do. It's like you get into a position and, everybody's got their somebody's up top, somebody's down low, somebody's watching the right or the left, and then the ads start pouring in, and you're in this room, you've got different objectives that you're trying to do to advance to the next room. Now, somebody asked if there were going to be bosses. I don't necessarily know. It doesn't quite sound like there'll be bosses. Doesn't sound like that kind of content. We need 60 more likes on the video. Let's go for the next milestone. This stream is being kind of scrappy. We're still fighting. We're still staying in the ring. We're still pulling a decent turnout and decent chat activity. We got to monitor that. Like once people get uninterested in the topic, we have to be careful that we don't waste a bunch of daylight and talk about things that are not relevant to the topic. Maybe they'll have timed vehicle sections. Maybe. I think Cornet will be released. Seasons will start with big Warzone and a multiplayer update. Then halfway through, they will add a new raid. This raid will continue the overall story, waiting for the next drop. Yeah, I mean, I could see that being how they do it, like use it as a continuation. You could also do it as a seasonal thing. You could have like raid 1, raid 2, raid 3, and every time there's a new season, there's a new raid, right? Call me a Debbie Doubter. I've never heard that before. I like that. Call me a Debbie Doubter. I just can't see it being different to old school Spec Ops missions and it being time trialed to stop like a nuke silo. Right. Yeah, usually it's Debbie Downer, but I like Debbie Doubter. That's pretty good. Yeah, I mean, I could understand people being like, they're probably just going to dial in things they've done before. The main reason I don't think they're doing that, homie, is they would have just called it Spec Ops. Aren't they also bringing back Spec Ops to Modern Warfare 2? Right? Isn't this supposed to be separate? I thought they made an announcement that Spec Ops would be returning. Maybe I'm misremembering. Sven says no. Okay. You're being a Debbie Doubter. Hopefully it's a good content loop. If you get tired of Warzone, then you could jump into this type of content. It'll probably be shoot these guys while you stand on this switch, and that guy stands over there. So if they're not releasing a new Spec Ops, I think it makes sense that they would just call this Spec Ops. Right? In my mind, that would have been the announcement. Yeah, we're happy that, Spec Ops is back. Was there any kind of an official announcement about that? Hang on a second. MW2 Spec Ops returning. There's YouTube videos about Spec Ops overhaul. I'm seeing articles saying they should bring it back. I'm not seeing any official announcement. Oh, right here 2 weeks ago, the Spec Ops mode is returning. It's been confirmed according to this article. But maybe that's the... Alongside the return of Spec Ops, the developers are planning on... Hang on. Let me see. Okay. Players will be working together. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe people got confused and thought the raids were Spec Ops. I can't find an official announcement. I cannot find an official announcement. Hang on, Creature found one. Modern Warfare Special Ops mode. The Special Ops mode was first introduced in the original Modern Warfare 2. Okay. Since Modern Warfare 2 2022 won't be getting a zombies mode, the devs did confirm that players will be getting an upgraded version of Spec Ops, which will be available at launch. It was announced that it would feature as well as an evolved Spec Ops mode. They stated that Modern Warfare 2's Spec Ops is a tactical co-op mode, advances your team building skills, and it sets the scene for the near endless hours of gameplay available in a world-class multiplayer. I feel like this is the raids. Yeah, because that's an old post. That's from 7 days ago. That's from before the event, isn't it? Or no, that's after the event. That's really hard to tell. Like, because that to me sounds like that's the raids. Paul says it's not. Continue the story after the campaign with this in-depth, two-player cooperative experience that lets you explore large-scale hot zones with a fellow squad mate. No, yeah, this is not. No, yeah. Raids are a whole new experience for the franchise, a 3-player cooperative engagement. So Spec Ops is returning, and this is not Spec Ops. Yes, thank you, Paul. So that is helpful. They're not calling this Spec Ops because Spec Ops is returning. Spec Ops is returning. Spec Ops is coming back. You and another person are going to do some stuff. This is raids. This is a completely different thing. It's a completely new thing. It's a 3-man activity with puzzles and probably pretty challenging AI. So that's likely why they're not calling it Spec Ops, because it is not even considered in that realm, because they you wouldn't bring back both and then call this raids. That furthers the idea that raids are going to be more like other RPG shooter raids, says Sven. I think you can say that. That's really close to being a non sequitur. It does not necessarily follow that because Spec Ops is returning that these raids are going to be more like other RPG shooter raids. It doesn't necessarily follow, but it does give credence to saying, look, this is a brand new thing. It's not Spec Ops. This is going to be harder content. This is going to be endgame content, right? I don't know. That's not necessarily a logical connection, Sven. Yeah, Hit Girl's a COD fan. Yeah. Everybody was helping some guy wingman. He was like, come play Warzone with me. And everybody was like wingmanning and being like, bro, thanks so much for helping me and my kitten and all of the orphans and stuff. It was really funny. In-depth 2-player cooperative experience allows you to explore large-scale hot zones. That sounds different from the old Spec Ops also. Well, according to Charlie Intel, Spec Ops is supposed to be an evolved version of Spec Ops. It's not even supposed to be like it once was. Yeah. We need 50 more likes on this video. If you guys have been enjoying the content, man, wake up from lurking. Give me a quick like if you're still here and haven't done it. If you've already clicked like, you're the absolute best. Thank you. You're better looking than the people who haven't clicked it yet. Okay, Spec Ops are like strikes and raids. Oh, the strikes and raids are like Crota, like a Strike Plus Plus. This game is going to have too many funnels. I don't agree with that. Exciting to see progression of mixed game concepts, says Trey. The full circles through various titles advancing BR and PvE have been a joy to watch, and this is another step through that journey of mashups. Yeah, I agree. Spec Ops is more like a horde mode. Yeah, this sounds like you're going to be exploring large-scale hot zones. Yeah. So that I don't know if that's necessarily a horde mode, though. A large-scale hot zone? I come here for the content, not to get hit on. I mean, sorry. Imagine the raid will be something like a cooperative mission in the style of a campaign mission. No, the way it's being described, Lewis, it's going to be very specific type of content. The leakers said that there is a puzzle with numbers, and then there's a puzzle with a water maze. That doesn't sound like a campaign mission. That sounds like a raid. That, honestly, I hate to say it, but that sounds more inspired by Destiny than like a Call of Duty campaign mission. If I am meant to solve puzzles or maze-like puzzles with AI in the area attacking me, that sounds an awful lot like a Destiny raid. Right? Like, I don't know, water puzzle, lanterns at Crota, enemies attacking you, and you're trying to get through basically a navigation puzzle, right? Puzzles with numbers. We've had stuff like that. We've had, little dings and bells and lights and all sorts of different things in Destiny raids that you have to solve to advance. I'll never escape the raids. In the past Modern Warfare games, Spec Ops has been like Horde. I didn't know they were changing that up. They have not given details on how they're changing it up, but they have said, right? They have said that this is going to be an evolved version of Spec Ops. They have said that. Charlie Intel had a post on that, basically saying it's not going to be just another Spec Ops. And then, in addition to the evolved version of Spec Ops, there are going to be 3-man raids. I don't expect anything from a COD raid, and it's not why I buy the game. So if they come up with something decent, then it feels like icing on the cake to me. Oh, let me see. Did we have any coffee orders today? My wife is willing to print. Let me check my email here. No, I don't think so, babe. I don't think we got any coffee orders today. If somebody orders coffee in the next minute, let me check. The first person to order coffee gets printed right now to fill out the label that she's got. And no. If you order coffee, let me know. Yeah, no coffee orders today. That's actually kind of surprising. That's surprising. We've had a bunch lately. Yeah, yesterday we had 5 orders. 5. So we have an odd number. Whenever we have an odd number, she comes in the room and says, "Any coffee orders?" And she'll print the missing label, because it's 2 labels to a sheet. So you can benefit right now. I think the raids are going to be like real-world military raids, using puzzles as certain ways of getting into a building or object. Maybe like Extraction, but PvE with puzzles. To be honest, if they had some cool mechanical stuff in different situations, like a hostage rescue, that sounds dope. What, that's not true? Wait, what's not true? Creature, we haven't had any coffee orders today. Are you showing coffee orders? Because I didn't get any emails today. I just got a PS5, says Lewis. Any game recommendations? Ghost of Tsushima, God of War 2018, Returnal, Ratchet & Clank Rift Apart, Death Stranding. All of those are amazing. What's that? Which one? Ghost of Tsushima? Ghost of Tsushima is magnificent. Get that director's cut. That's my favorite out of the bunch. Followed by Returnal, God of War 2018. Last of Us Remake. Golly frick, you're in such a great place. Oh, you were looking at yesterday. Yeah. We had 5 orders yesterday. All right, I'll text you if anything happens the next minute, Mama. Yeah, she's gonna go upstairs and bag them up. So whenever that happens, if you order, you get printed and bagged today, which means you'll have it super duper fast. Returnal if you like shooters. Well, be careful with Returnal. It's a rogue, and you got to be real careful with that one. You got to know what you're signing up for. Man. If you can get in the mindset of a third-person action rogue bullet hell game, then buckle up because it's a blast. But if you don't like rogues, that's going to be a tough one to swallow. You've never played The Last of Us? Yeah, grab that remake, homie. That's a great place to start because every other game after that will feel like a big step up because it still has, there's still elements of The Last of Us. There's just inklings of it being an older game, you know? What's a good coffee machine for a beginner? Just go to Target or Amazon and get a 4-cup drip coffee maker. Anytime you guys go to Amazon, be sure to use my Amazon affiliate link. Did we take that out of the description of our videos? Because, like, I feel like usage has gone down, and I don't mention it, but I feel like I had it in the description. No, it's still there. It's still there. Yeah, we didn't take it out. Yep. There's an Amazon affiliate link in the description, and there's an Amazon command. Anytime you click on that, that supports me. You won't get, like, a discount or anything. But it does support me, and it gets used fairly regularly. In the last month, 21 items have been shipped using my affiliate code, so that's pretty cool. Last 30 days, there's been 181 clicks. So thank you to everybody who does that. Always forget about the Amazon link. Yeah, I believe it saves it in like your browser cache for like 2 weeks or something. AeroPress is fantastic. Oh, we got an order. Hang on. Let me tell my wife. Got one. Thank you so much. I'm going to look up the username here so I don't say your real name. You didn't use a username. So, Aaron got a bag of light. Thank you, Aaron, for a bag of light. That's going to get printed right now. Coffee acquired. My man Serge. She should come back down. I text her. Hang on. She texted me back. She said, too late. JK coming. Do we have a D nice? It's going to be a 1 bag of light, mama. Why are you making a face? Was that not enough? No, light roast is the great introductory roast. Oh, F. You're not upgrading somebody to dark on your own. Zubair, listen to this mutiny from my wife. You hear this nonsense? All right. First class. No return label needed. Generating label and print. That quick. Congrats, man. I always like doing that. That's fun. That's satisfying to be like, we printed both labels. We got somebody an expedited order. It's not whole bean. It's ground, Major Mischief, because we have to buy it in bulk. Yeah, I got 500 some odd bags that show up to my house, and it's all pre-ground. So. Oh, they're in this state? Oh, you're in this state. You're going to get it really fast, Serge. I still vote whole bean. Are you buying it, Abe? You want to throw a bunch of money at it? Cuz I'm not doing that. Let's buy 505. Let's buy 551 bags of coffee that'll sell slower. So many people would be like, I can't buy it now. I don't have a grinder. All is not what it seems. And the Black Iron Prison. Tune in tomorrow at 10 a.m. Pacific, 11 noon 1. Frick. What does that mean? Are they going to do a stream tomorrow? Are they going to do a reveal? Wake up, babe. New Callisto Protocol tweet. Shoot. We'll have to try to cover that. That's going to be tough, though. That's late in the day. That's freaking late in the day. I guess it's not that late, 1 o'clock. If we go over there at 12:30 and we do a 30-minute, everything we know about Callisto Protocol, right? And then when the thing goes live, yeah, no, we could do that. We could do that. We could go 12:30. It could be a short live action video. Yeah, it could totally screw us and not be gameplay. Yeah, because that's a real person. That is risky. That is risky. I'm gonna have to make sure I have a good topic to lead with. So if the gameplay, if the footage is not very good, that at least the first 30 minutes of the broadcast will be good content. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, I want the first 30 minutes to be like informative, helpful content about Callisto Protocol, instead of us being like, hopefully it's good, and then it's some live action trailer and we're like, F. Creature says, there's 4 of you that want it, so get the 3 of you together and come up with 11K and we'll make it happen. Yeah, you guys that want whole bean? Yeah. You guys want to pay for 11 grand worth of coffee? Hear me out. If you can get me 5-pound bags of whole bean, I'd be sold. Yeah, we can't do that either. Listen, we don't move enough. We don't move enough to even upgrade to higher quantities. We would make better margins on the coffee if I could buy bigger quantities. Homies, no way. It doesn't sell fast enough. It sells incredibly well, but we would have to be slinging it, just slinging it, 10 orders a day to upgrade in quantity. And then we would consider being like, maybe we do a whole bean run of, our most popular, you know what I'm saying? We would have to be in a completely different category of quantity movement. We don't move enough quantity. 27.50, let's do it. I'm gonna see if my wife likes the coffee. I can't really drink coffee like 1 cup a day. She drinks medium roast, so I'll see if it's strong enough for her. If she doesn't think it's strong enough, Serge, our dark roast is just above a medium. Our dark roast is not that bold. Our dark roast is just above a medium, so she would probably like it. She'll probably really like our Christmas blend when it comes out, the Frickmas blend, because it's a medium. Also, keep in mind, Serge, I have had people tell me that they can't drink coffee because of their stomach, and they can drink my light roast because of the balanced acidity. Like, it's a lot easier on your stomach. I had a mod, and we've had a community member say that. They're like, yeah, I typically can't drink coffee, and I can drink yours. So, never tried coffee before. How about some Reforge hot cocoa? Listen, Elliot. I had a non-coffee drinker. They got my light roast. I use Italian sweet cream in it. They bought our light roast. They put Italian sweet cream in it, and they compared it to hot chocolate. They said it's so smooth and so sweet. They're like, it's like drinking hot chocolate. Her name's Tiffany, and she was like, I don't really drink coffee. I'm like, try my light roast and put Italian sweet cream in it. And they were like, okay. And she came back a couple days later, and that's what she said. It's so smooth. Like Abe drinks the dark roast and doesn't put anything in it. A lot of guys here just drink the dark roast and don't put anything in it because it's got, everybody makes fun of me for saying it a lot, but it's the balanced acidity. When they balance the acidity, it doesn't have the bitterness, it doesn't have the bite, it doesn't hurt your stomach, like all those things. What is Italian sweet cream? It's a type of creamer. Just get Coffee Mate Italian sweet cream. You just get Italian sweet cream coffee. This is what it looks like. Open image, new tab. I should be sponsored by these guys at this point. That's what you get right there. That's what I use. Coffee Mate Italian sweet cream. It doesn't have a strong flavor. It just sweetens up the coffee. This isn't like caramel creamer or like peppermint mocha or any of that. It literally just sweetens up the coffee. That's why I like it. My wife does not like creamer, and even she says there is something about Italian sweet cream and Reforge roast. She's like, they just go together perfectly. So that's what I always tell people. Like, get Italian sweet cream. I use Coffee Mate brand, and I'm telling you, you will enjoy my coffee. I'll be shocked if you don't. Frickmas with peppermint mocha. Yeah, the Frickmas blend with peppermint mocha. My wife really liked that. She did that a handful of times. Black coffee or bust. I'll have to look for it. We use Chobani sweet cream. Yeah, that's not bad. Take the next step and double down on flavored coffees. Well, King Titan, if you go to reforgeroast.com, we have the flavor profiles outlined on our website. We do. So, yeah. A first look just got Tunic. Nice. All of our videos are going out. You love to see it. You love to see it. The dark roast works black with creamer, with sugar, iced, cold, hot, French press, AeroPress, drip. It works with any methods and any additives, says Abe. That's a great testimonial right there. You want to grab that and throw that on the website, Creature? Jiminy Christmas. That's a heck of a testimonial. I use heavy cream in my coffee with sugar in the raw, 100,000% delish. There you go. If you guys are just tuning in, this isn't a coffee stream, but we do sell our own coffee. Reforge Roast. This is Reforge Gaming. This is ours. This is our coffee. Like, this is not some sponsor. Like, this is in my house. My wife and kiddos are bagging up orders right now from yesterday and shipping it. This guy said, I texted the number in the Callisto Game Protocol promo a few days ago, and I got this text. Lots of questions next week. Okay. YouTube is telling me that now would be a good time to run ads. Do me a favor, guys. Let's get 400 likes on the video. We only need like 30 likes. Consider doing a super chat or a membership or a gifted membership right now as well. It helps us not run ads. For those of you tuning in, this is not a coffee stream. Yeah, the coffee does not melt. That's true. I bet these effers, I beg these effers to leave reviews and they never do. Yeah, some of you guys that are being really, really kind and awesome and saying amazing things about our coffee, please go to reforgeroast.com and leave us some reviews. That would be amazing. Thank you to anybody who has already done that. They're teasing something. It could be a decent reveal. Well, our second show tomorrow is booked. It'll be a Callisto Protocol stream. Let me do a little commercial. Most of it's we're mainly streaming to the core audience right now. We're not going to be getting a lot of new folks in right now, and that's totally fine. If you're new, just buckle up for a little self-promotion. We have other channels. So right here is Reforge Gaming, right? And if you go all the way down to the bottom, Reforge Reacts, Reforge First Look, and Reforge Updates are other channels that we have. The Reforge Reacts channel is just humming along. I reacted to the skill-based matchmaking discussion in COD, the E3 announcement, and just went live a little bit ago. Star Wars, a new game every 6 months. That's my reaction to that article. That one's pretty funny. The E3 one, I went for comedic. I tried to be like almost like a comedic video, and I got really great response. You guys were so kind. I did the same thing with the Star Wars video, so be sure to check that out. The Reforged First Look channel, Brotato's featured. We need to swap that to Tunic. That's okay. Tunic just hit today. I tried it out on the PS5. It just hit PS5 yesterday, and I got really frustrated, and I had a completely turnaround moment at the end of that video. So be sure to watch the whole thing, especially if you're struggling with the opening of Tunic and getting the sword. That video will help you. And then our updates channel, these are little quick updates that don't hit this channel, like the new Valhalla update and record players in Cyberpunk and beta details for Diablo. There's all kind of videos over there that don't hit this main channel. So we have 4 total channels. Reforge Gaming is where you are right now. We have Reforge Reacts, Reforge First Look, and Reforge Updates. Be sure to subscribe to all the channels if you want all of our content. We do updates, videos, reactions, and live streams basically every single day. We create more content than, well, I think, pretty much anybody out there. Want to go back inside? Yeah. I could do it. I mean, I can quickly do it. And here on Reforge Gaming, we are like 30 members away from another emote unlock, and that'll put us at 2,800. So if you want to help us hit that member button. Oh, he already did it. That fast! Man, Creature's quick. Where do we leave a review? You go to reforgeroast.com. And then you go to Is it About Us testimonials? About Us testimonials. No? Shop now? Do you have to click on a particular roast and then leave a review? Yeah, click on a roast, scroll down, go to reviews, and once logged in, customers who have purchased this product may write a review. So if you're logged in, you go to the particular product and then you can leave one. Yeah, go to the product, make sure you're signed in. Thank you, Fuzzy, for telling me how to do something on my own website. I was like, huh? What? Thanks, Abe. Anybody leaving reviews, thank you for doing that. Thank you very much. Thank you. Okay, tell you what. It's time. It's time, baby. Hey, guys. Now would be a great time for Operation Grey Name. Unlock an emote. I need 6 people. 6 people drop a 5 bomb. I'll close the gap at the end. 5 gifteds. Okay, I need the Wednesday members only stream. Make sure and monetize it so they actually push it out there and promote it. Yep, members. Oh, Eknor says he'll do the last 10, so we only need like 4 people to do a gifted 5. Oh, Chris! My man Chris, that's so kind, bro. That is so kind. He just dropped a 10 bomb on chat, and here they come. All of you will get to come with us to the members-only stream that we are about to go to. All of you will get to come. Operation Green Name in full effect. Chalupa Batman, I love that name. It is very fun to say. Eric M., Jason Swanner, Dominant Gene, Shutter Speed, Mike Apex, Daniel Papke, Donut Boy, John Darrow, and Dark Slayer. You guys all just got a gifted membership, and that is something that you can take full advantage of in just a moment when we go to a members-only stream. We like to take you hostage right before we go to a members-only stream. We like to do a bunch of gifted members and bring you with us. So thank you so much for being here. And thank you so much for doing that, Chris. That is so kind. We all get to come. Christina. Yeah, you guys all get to come along. Let me give you an official member count. 2,777. We are at 2,777. We are 23 away from the emote. We only need 13, and Eknor will do the final 10. We need 13 members, and Eknor will do the final 10. My man has gone so massive lately with gifteds and so kind to the community. Got him. That's right. Got him. Let's keep Operation Green Name going. Or Gray Name. Operation Gray Name. Cardi B says, my stupid decisions from the past caused me to miss out on money now. I had a multi-million-dollar Call of Duty deal on the table. I couldn't take it because of court. Ay. That'd be tough. Chalupa Batman with the salute emote. With the salute. All right, let me set up redirect. We got the next stream scheduled. Oh my gosh. YouTube Lurker is an absolute madman. An absolute freaking madman. Gifting 20 members. Operation Gray Name and big, massive effect. Tyreek, Luan Locos, El Oso, Death 987, Rascal, Gilbert, Big Fivehead, Eric Valvo, Rusher, Nathan Lalong, Keegan DW, Drift Juice, Harl KB, Chino, Raphael, Brooke, Howell, Bob, and Abdullah, Christian Etchervy, and Big Dave. There it is. There it is. You guys are going huge. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. That is freaking massive. I got to figure out what emote we're gonna do. We're right on the dadgum doorstep. We're 3 away now. Yeah, we're 3 away. Shoot. What were we gonna do? Lono Salt, I think, where I have like the angry face. No. We were gonna do Lono Crazy, I think. Yeah, we could do Lono Crazy because we already have Lono Rage. We already have one where I'm getting like angry. Yeah. Lono Crazy. Yo, there it is. 10 from Eknor and a 2-month milestone from Cody. Late to the party. Definitely been around longer than 2 months. Thank you to everyone who gifts. Y'all forging forward. Yeah, everybody, welcome to the Forge. That's what we're supposed to say here at Reforge Gaming. You are now a member of the Forge. Vlad, Sarol, Fandom Draws, Mike56, Nova117, Jason Lefelt, 10,000 Bees, My Name Is Not No, Black Snow, Minty Isn't Taken, and SupZ101. Right? Welcome. Yeah, I was about to click that one, Abe. What the frick, bro? 2,807 members. 2,807. A brand new milestone record for the channel. A brand new milestone. That is absolutely crazy. And because it's crazy, you unlocked the Lono Crazy emote. That is bonkers. If you just got gifted a member, we are about to go to a members only stream. You can come with us. You get to experience members only content right now on the day you got your membership. I'm going to give you guys 2 minutes to get it out of your systems. I don't want to cut anybody off. If anybody's going to do any more, 3,000 this month, Just Dance hype is real. Yeah, Eknor wants that 3,000. 3,000 will be another emote as well. And then again, my wife has to take part in the Just Dance stream. She'll be there making fun of me, but we'll have to see who the better dancer is. Hey, somebody ordered some coffee and some merchandise. Major Mischief ordered a bag of dark roast, and they got a Team Black mug. Thank you so much. I'm sorry, Team Dark. A Team Dark black mug. It's a black mug. Sorry, it's Team Black mug. Team Dark black mug. There we go. I can talk. I can. I have the ability to speak. Thank you so much for that order, bro. Team Black. I mean, we have people. We have some of y'all here. I mean, we do. We don't have mugs for y'all, you know. I don't. Do y'all use mugs, Abe? I want Ubisoft to sponsor that stream. E3, Barry, you're not EA. Yeah, E3 is back. And I said, E3 is black. You sell mugs? We sell mugs, tumblers, and t-shirts on the Reforge Roast website. So if you want to represent Team Light or Team Dark, wherever you are on that spectrum of support, you can buy that merch when you buy the coffee, right? Got my mug order in finally. Yeah, Printful does it, and so it should show up, you know, relatively quickly. I think we spoil you guys. The coffee shows up so dadgum fast, and then the mugs, actual merchandise is never going to show up as fast as we ship the coffee. It's just no freaking way. You know what I'm saying? We're a small operation. Okay, that's plenty of time. No more gifteds are coming in. Give me a moment to send out noties to both the Discord and to members. Just give me a brief second here. Give me a brief second. Community. 2,800 members and a new emote. Get in here. It's really nice to like have a members only stream be, you know what I'm saying, a celebration. 2,800 members and a new emote. Get in here. New record post. Okay. So that just pinged members. Announcements will ping Discord. Okay. I'm going to put a link in chat. Sometimes redirect doesn't work. Yep, there's Lono Crazy. Lono Crazy is live as an emote. It is live as an emote. Thanks so much for clicking on this video. This is another members only stream. We end every day with members only content, and you may be watching this for the first time being like, how do I get a membership? We just hit a new member milestone of 2,800. We are trying to hit 3,000 before the end of the week, and then my wife will have to join me for the Just Dance stream on Friday. She'll be there no matter what, making fun of me because we did hit 2,500. But if we hit 3,000, I'm going to challenge her. She has to try to dance better than me. So if you're a member, you don't want to miss that. Every day we end with a members only stream like this, and then Friday nights we hang out with my wife. It's a freaking blast. So make sure you use that Discord. The link is below. I'm going to end the previous stream and bring everybody over. We were discussing the Modern Warfare 2 raids. So I'm going to go ahead and close that stream and bring people over to the members only stream. And that